Congressman Timmons.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I've been working on what I was going to ask for the last 20 minutes, and the fact that he started asking my questions at the end is a good sign. It's a good sign. We keep saying that this should not be a partisan issue, and I just want to expand on the fact that it really isn't partisan at all. And I really want to begin by saying, who is the current situation even actually good for? Obviously, Congressman Biggs just talked about New York. Just yesterday, Mayor Adams complained about the fact that he was going to have to turn Randall Island, which is a kid's soccer field, into a migrant shelter for 2,000 adult migrants. 2 weeks ago, D.C. Mayor Bowser announced they spent $20 million this year on the migrant crisis. Even some of the most progressive members of the D.C. City Council that have been ardently supportive of sanctuary cities have now said that D.C. is a border town. All of these people that have been pushing these pro-illegal immigration policies, these lawless policies at the southern border, they're now coming around to say, oh, this doesn't really work. And it doesn't just adversely impact border counties and cities, it impacts the whole country. As you said, Mr. Arthur, every town is a border town. On top of that, I know 8 people that have died from a fentanyl overdose that I've met throughout the course of my life. And hundreds of thousands of people are dying from fentanyl overdoses, and they have families, and it's just a huge tragedy of an epic proportion that is extremely preventable. It's extremely preventable. So if it's not good for the American people, if it's not good for even the most liberal cities who have been spouting this ultra-progressive nonsense for decades, if they're coming around, I think that it might be past time for the Biden administration to come around. But before we get to that, who is it good for? And Sheriff Daniels, when we were meeting with your deputies, I think it's great for the cartels. Y'all threw out the number $2.6 billion in revenue. What is the time that they had $2.6 billion in revenue? Is that annual?
Annual number.
That is an annual number. So
that's what they took home, by the way. That was after all costs.
Net.
Yeah, that's net. Yeah.
I would love to see the accounting on all this. But so we literally are allowing the lawlessness at our southern border, which I would argue is simply because the previous administration is just so hated by the current administration. Anything that they did, anything the Trump administration did, it had to be undone immediately. And Americans are dying, our cities are overrun, and we do not have the infrastructure to address this. Our economy is suffering because our tax base doesn't support the institutions, doesn't support the hospitals, doesn't support the schools, doesn't support the roads. We just really, really, really need to do something about this. And I hope that the Biden administration is going to start listening as their mayors in their major cities are sounding the alarm. Obviously, Sheriff Daniels, you've been sounding the alarm for years. And I spoke with my law enforcement, my solicitor, my sheriff this afternoon. This is a huge problem. We're fighting it the best that we can, but we need to secure the southern border. We need to finish the wall. We need to add technology. We need to reinstate remain in Mexico. We need to get the Mexican government to redeploy the 28,000 guardsmen to secure their side of the border. We need to secure our side of the border, and we need to fix our immigration policy going forward because it doesn't work, and people all over the world want to come to the United States to pursue the American dream, and they're denied that opportunity because all of the resources are being sucked to the illegal part of the equation, and the legal side does not have the resources to address the need. And by the way, our entire economy is suffering because of it. We have millions of jobs that need people that want to come here and work hard and pursue the American dream, raise their family, and they are denied that opportunity because this administration refuses to secure our southern border and refuses to enforce the rule of law. And that is the message I send to the White House. That is the message I send to the president. It is past time that we make changes, and I will do whatever I can in Congress to help fix this problem. And with that, Mr. Chairman, I yield back.